Hello, somebody. I see a few people peeping in. Hello, hello, hello. Hey, Pinky Lee. I could not get my hair right tonight, so it is what it is, what it is. And that's all it is. That's all it's going to be. Hey, Trisha. Hello, Queens. Hey, Tribe. We are live and in full effect tonight. I'm good. How are you, Pinky Lee? Hey, CK. Hey, my love. Oh, look at those beautiful butterflies. Thank you. Hey, Black Goddess 4. Good evening. Trisha says, I love your hair. Thank you, because it wasn't what I was trying to go for. I don't know what happened. But like Beyonce said, I'm not slicking them edges up. I'm going to just rock it out, dread it out, So we're taking it to the motherland tonight. Oh, thank you, Pika Lee said I look beautiful. I appreciate it, you guys. Connor, greetings to you as well. Hey, Kyla. Hey, my love. And I love those crowns too. CK, my boo. And yes, Trisha, can you start a list? Pinky Lee, thank you. I have a few things I want to jump into real quick first. But I want you guys to, I wanted to do a poll. Hold on, because I can see myself in the background and I need to close it out because it's driving me crazy. All right. I wanted to do a poll to see exactly. Thank you, Connor. I'm doing wonderful. And thank you so much. Either past life, what happened to you in a past life, which I think is probably the topic that I'm leaning more towards, but I'll let you guys decide. Or some aspect of a soul contract that you have that you need to know about. I've been doing a lot of readings where soul contracted situations are affecting people now more than ever because things are kind of speeding up in the spirit realm. I used to have these visions where I could see people lined up to go on the other side when they would cross over. Now things are happening differently because so much has been shaken up in our atmosphere. So many rules and laws are changing in our lands, and that affects spirit law as well. So, okay, Pinky Lee says soul contract. All right. So that's one vote. Black Goddess 4 said both are great topics. And tonight, whatever topic we don't cover, I'll cover in the next live, which I'll try to do this weekend. So we can back to back allow you guys to hit some points. So you guys can, work on some things that are needing to be worked on. So the ancestors did tell me that they wanted me to talk about either of those two things. I've kind of put the past life off for a while because I really wanted to focus. And as you guys know, I am an Ifa priestess. So I do go through different periods of time where I need to kind of allow the ancestors to speak to me in a certain way. CK said either is cool with her. Hey, Lily, 2911. We're trying to take a poll, past lives or soul contracts. So far, we have 2 for soul contracts. Connor says soul contracts. So, hey, Christy V, did I speak to you? Hey, all my loves are rolling in. Okay. Past life. So far we have 3 soul contract, 1 past life. So I really want to know about my past life and my soul contract. Lily, I know that's right. Hey, Keandra, soul contracts. Okay. Hey, Rena. Hey, all my loves are rolling in tonight. Okay. So, let's see. All right, we got 1 soul, 2 souls, 3. And then Lily said both. So, okay, Keandra said so. So pretty much that's 4. And I only see past life twice. 1, 2. Yes. So we're gonna go for this. Okay, wait a minute. CK said now I'm leaning towards the past life. And hey, Justy said both. Okay, so looks like so far the majority is soul contracts. So pretty much we'll do the soul contract. And CK, I'm gonna do an Odu reading for you, so you'll get some information specifically. I was gonna reach out to you today and let you know that. I'm sorry, y'all. I am so nosy. I am from the South. So when somebody pulls up in front of my house, I look because I want to know what in the world is going on. And for some reason, everybody pulls over in front of my house to text or to, figure out where they're going. They pull over, they look at their phone and they do stuff. You're welcome, love. So when y'all see me looking outside, that's what's going on. Okay. So as the list is being created, or as they say in fashion, is they're curating the list. Pinky Lee said I was first. Pinky Lee, you always first, okay? So as the list is being curated, I did want to talk about a couple of things really, really, really quick. Today, I went to FedEx. I have a new logo all the way from the UK. I'm going to update my background. She did my logo. And I just went back and I emailed her and I was like, I need my name on it because I don't want anybody to think it's some bootleg stuff that they can just, put on their Instagram somewhere, holding the hand with the tarot cards and all that. Because I came up with all the little features of the logo. So I told her also to put my tattoo on my hand on there. So she updated and sent it to me. So I went to FedEx. We got it printed out and I went to pick it up and I met this awesome person. She may be tuning in tonight. She may still be thinking about it, but she's supposed to be following. Thank you, Hannah. She's supposed to be following the channel because she fell in love with me. She was like, I printed this. And I was like, whoever picks this up, I want to meet them. I want to know who Bohemian Heart Tarot is. And she was Hispanic. She said she, had a family who did tarot readings and things. And she wanted me to do a reading for her. And I was like, okay. So we booked her. Gave her my information. And she was like, I was like, are you a fire sign? And she said, yes, I'm an Aries. And I told her, you're actually supposed to be doing spiritual work. And when I tell y'all the ancestors shut all the power down up in FedEx, and I hope she's watching or at a later time she can comment because this is what happens when you are working with your ancestors. Okay. So I want to let you guys know that even though we're going to be talking about, what topic did we say? Soul contracts. We are going to actually talk about the ancestors in another video. We need to do a whole ancestor video. Okay. Another thing, as an Ifa priestess, I do my monthly Odu readings are what they're called. And I use my Opele chain, or I use my Urosome powder and my divination board, which is called an Opun. And we use binary codes, which is 99% accurate according to Harvard scholars and all these PhD people who look into divination systems. So this is the most accurate that it can get. And when it comes to divination. So my Odu told me what was going on in my family before COVID hit my family. It told me about that. And I was able to get everybody prepared, get their immune systems up, tell them what to take. So some information came up regarding my Igun, which are your ancestors. And I had just had this dream. And the Odu told me that that's the way that my ancestors speak to me specifically. Somebody just pulled off in front of the house and now somebody else is outside in front of the house. And a serial killer ran at that. So it's interesting to me. So I wanted to talk to you guys. And when I'm looking at your soul contract, I want to look a little bit at different things that you may be overlooking spiritually that you need to be doing. Okay. So that was what I wanted to discuss. I tried to take a note so that I wouldn't forget anything that I wanted to mention to you guys before we jump in. Okay, and Black Parade, Beyonce's song, when she's talking about the ancestors, that's definitely a song you can listen to increase the energy in your workspace when you're doing energy work. Because the energy that she mentions in that song brought me to tears when I first heard it. And every time I hear it, it just does something to my DNA. It does something to my soul. And I don't know if music moves you all like that, but it definitely moves me that way. So whenever, as a priestess, I hear songs where they're referencing the Orishas, the ancestors, and the motherlands, because that's where we all come from, regardless of what your nationality is right now. It wakes me up, and the energy is outstanding. June says, I did that the other day. Yes, CK, the energy is outstanding because you are your ancestors. Think about it. You are, it's a cycle that happens. You have children, they're copies of you. And then when they have children, they're copies of them. Souls are recycled. I have been inside in the spirit world of different areas where souls are recycled. They don't look 3D like how we see them. I would say it's like more of a 2D kind of like paper almost, or cardboard, I guess you could say. But for example, this would be somebody who's passed away, and I know this to be true because I've seen my deceased relatives in this factory almost setting, and this would be how they look right here. Okay, so this is the person, and they're thin, like paper thin, and they go through what looks like an assembly line kind of process. So you just come back. You may have a different name, sex, whatever, but you come back. So always honor your ancestors. Okay, CK said when she mentioned Yemaya, I shouted. When she mentioned Oshun, I was like, okay, they've been calling her Oshun for years because she dresses up like Oshun and she pulls that energy down. That's not her crown, spirit told me, but she's pulling down that energy, and everybody can. If you want love, marriage, to have a baby, you pull down that energy. And she's beautiful. She's fertility. Don't forget to thumbs up, you guys. She's beauty. She's fertility. She's actually, a lot of people don't know this about Oshun. Oshun is actually a master divinator. Or is that even a word? She's a master at divine. And when I first got initiated into Ifa, it's so funny. My godmother told me that I was a master at divination. Now, mind you, I had not been using the Ifa divination system because I was uninitiated. But in my past life, she told me that I have been doing that. So that's why I'm clairvoyant when I came back in this life. Also, for you guys that did not know, hey, Shelly, thank you. Thank you so much. For you guys that did not know, I am 49% Nigerian, according to my DNA test, and the rest was West Africa. So Yoruba, which Beyonce mentioned on the video, Benin, all of those areas where Ifa was founded is where I am from. Thank you, Trisha. Thank you so much for doing our list. So you guys are up close and personal with someone that not only practices Ifa and has practiced for years, and I've been in communication with the Orisha for years. I didn't even know who they were, and they started coming to me. I would wake up and I would see these tall, this one right here, this is Ogun. And in the song, Beyonce says she charges her crystals in a full moon because in it, she's going to send her goons. When you're talking about sending a goon, this is Ogun. This is a warrior right here. This is who you send. When you talk about sending your goons, you send your ancestors, okay? You don't put people in jars and go and fighting and acting crazy. You send your goons. That's what you do, okay? Yes, I feel like our ancestors are pleased with that song. Our ancestors, that's why I said you can listen to that song. And Earth, Wind, and Fire, Serpentine Fire. When I first got initiated, that was a song that I heard playing, and it was resonating with me. I was out of state. I was in Florida for during my initiation for a few days, but it kept playing every time we would get in the car. So I definitely feel like Earth, Wind, and Fire, they're very, conscious and cognizant of spirituality. So you can use that song as well. All right, I see the list. I gave my Congo ancestor machetes. Okay, come on through, Black Goddess 4. And see, that's what you guys need. And I've been telling people for a while, when people ask me about their altars, you can put different, things that people talk about, they put on their altar, but you need a machete. And that's one of the tools that my head Orisha or Yah carries. In one hand, she has a machete. In the other hand, she has a horsetail whip. But when you're doing work, go ahead and do the work. Hey, Lizzie. Do not be afraid. Do not, shortchange yourself or second guess yourself. Put the tools on there that you need. That machete will cut through all kinds of, BS. Okay. It'll cut things out. And then when it comes to that Congo ancestrage, that is where, they have the, I don't want to really get into it because most people here are not initiated, but they have some energy that people may consider dark to be dark energy, but that's power. If you want to call it dark, you can, but it's actually powerful energy. Okay. So, this subject is something I love clarity about. Okay. Well, I'm going to do more E5 videos. I did only one E5 video on this whole channel, believe it or not, and it was pretty much about wearing elekes, which are sacred beads. So I talked about that. If you guys want to get more information, you can watch that video, but I'll definitely go in depth, in detail. But for someone who's not interested or uninitiated, I'll do a separate video just for those that are. Okay, so before I get started, that was what Spirit wanted me to talk about, those things. And then also a magnet. Now, I've known about magnetic therapy for years, and you guys can look it up. And this is how this one looks. It has the north facing, and this is where I used to live in Georgia, near the military Air Force base and Warner Robins. So I got this there a couple of years ago. But magnetic therapy, they talk about that being good for inflammation. I love this magnet. Was $40 for this size, but I love magnets for spirituality. And before the live got cut off, when I was talking about what was I talking about, y'all? Money jars. The live got cut off, but I talked about magnets and lodestones to put on your money jar. Well, what do magnets do? They work with the Earth's atmosphere and the energy, the magnetic energy field of the planet to harness energy. And that's why things draw to a magnet. I mean, before you can even whip a magnet out, some gonna come flying to attract itself to it magnetically. So what you want to do is to make sure that if you have candles you're burning, anything you're trying to do to attract to yourself, you need to be using a magnet. You need to be using honey, because they're both are going to stick things to you, and they're going to sweeten up the pot. If it's money, and I'm working on some jars from some of you that watched my live, and you guys have me working. So over this weekend, this is money jar weekend. Not for any new jars. Anybody that would like some, outside of the people who already have them booked, I would do one for next weekend, but this is my money weekend jar for the clients that have already paid for them. But that's another thing. You want to put money in your honey jar to sweeten the pot. And anytime you're working with Oshun, or anytime you're giving Oshun an offering, she wants honey. And you need to lick your finger and put some of that honey on and sample it and let her know that you are not playing around. You're not here to hurt her, because there are patakis and traditions, and there are specific energies and specific reasons why these things are done. People say, oh, well, these energies are not really people, they're energies, but they have taken on energies, of people and personalities, whether they're people or not, or whether they were people or not. So you follow the tradition when you're doing these things. If not, don't come playing around, with something that you're not going to be consistent about. Okay. So let me put that out there, because I know everybody's all up in their old shoe now, which is fine, but make sure you respect tradition. Okay. Because Beyonce just went on and put it out there. So that is what I want to say. All right, and we're going to get started. Black Goddess 4, have lodestone on my altar. I love it. Thank you for all those angels and that money flying around, Lizzie. And I definitely send prosperity and blessings to everyone in the room tonight. Ashe. And Lizzie said, I wrote thank you on the sand on the beach to Oshun before. Ashe. Ashe. Now, if you're at a large body of water like an ocean, you want to give honor and pay homage to Yemoya because that's where she resides. But those energies do kind of tend to overlap. So it's perfectly fine as long as you are honoring them. That is the only thing. These energies do not play the radio. So make sure that if you are working with them, that you're not just pulling on their energy, that you're actually giving and you're actually being grateful. Like Lizzie said, thank you. Sometimes it's a simple thank you that needs to be given. Not always, oh, what can you do for me? What can I get from you? Sometimes it may take you a little bit to warm up to an energy. You may have to work with an energy for a few months before you see anything back from them. And sometimes every energy is not for you to get something from, okay? Because they could be protecting you from illnesses and hidden enemies. And my old dude talked about some hidden enemies that I didn't even know I had, and it even let me know who they were. But I didn't have to worry about that because the goons already, on the job. Okay. Beyonce, what did she say? She did a song called Black Parade, and she was talking about the ancestors. So yes, June, Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. And hello, Beam of Light. I love that name. That is amazing. We need a beam of light around us. Okay, queens and kings, we're going to get started. Y'all know I have to get my ancestor energy revved up while I'm talking. The ancestors are coming in. I am seeing them. So you guys, the ancestors are coming in. And don't forget, you guys are the ancestors. So I'm looking at you. I'm looking at the ancestors as well, okay? Trisha says, do I use ancestor money? I use ancestor money to burn, but I put real money on my ancestor altar. Hey, friend. So cool. This is my sister from Georgia. Okay. Lissy says she's a Scorpion moon. Yeah, so cool. I got everybody. Love your look, boo. Thank you. Thank you, sis. Yes, this is my one of our BFFs from Georgia. She came up for my birthday and we had a blast. And we've been all on our spiritual journey. When I met her, I, talked a lot about it. She made me feel really comfortable. So we are sisters from another Korean mother. Okay. Okay. Thanks. Love your energy. Okay. Cool. Being the light. I love that name. Okay. So again, I'm going to go back to the list and we're going to start with Pinky Lee. Now, like I said, soul contracts is the topic. So I'm going to put that down here so I won't forget. And again, the song is Black Parade. Okay. So let's see. Am I able to copy and paste? So I don't have to keep going and looking for the list. All right. Oh. All right, so Pinky Lee. Is there a way for me to pin that? Okay. All righty. Okay. And when you get a chance for me, Trisha, if you can just copy the list and paste it again so it can be a little bit closer to the end for me. You know what? Let me see if I can use my cell phone. That way you don't have to go through all that. And I'm not gonna tarry too long, as old people say, cause I wanna get through everybody while I'm feeling good and I have energy, because I have been doing a lot of spiritual work and it has been a lot. I usually pull down energy from the universe, but for some reason I've been using my own energy, so I have to rebalance myself. Okay, and before I do you, Pinky Lee, this is the next giveaway. Let me turn it around. All right, this is the next giveaway. So I will be posting who this is for. And Chrissy, hopefully you received your stuff. Trish, I don't know where your package is. And everybody else's stuff is going to go out this weekend. Okay. Oh, new cards. Thank you guys for the donation. So that's what we're going to be using tonight. We have the Golden Girls tarot cards. And it's in this cigarette case. It's so cute. So that's what we're going to use for past life. I mean, for soul contracts. I'm sorry. All right, Pinky. All right, let's see. One aspect of your soul contract that you need to work on that will help you in this life. Okay. Well, one thing I am feeling like in your past life, there was a man that you were with. You're very happy. Uh-oh. It's a glare. It just got dark so quick. Let me get a little bit more lighting. Because these cards are glossy. Let's see. Give me 1 second. I know what I can do. This might work. Thank you for the donation, Candace. Thank you, sweetie. Okay, give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to try to turn this flashlight on. Uh-oh. All right. There we go. There was, still not working. There was someone in a past life that you were with, that you were happy and committed with, and I saw him before I even flipped the cards. You were in love. You were happy. That is horrible. Can you turn on the overhead light for me, please, and see how that looks? Hold on. You sleep? Oh, can you turn on the overhead light? Because my lighting is horrible. I got you, Pinky Lee. I'm not gonna forget where you at. There we go. All right. Nope, it's still. That's better. Okay. So you had a when you put it closer, look good. Okay. You had a very strong bond with somebody in a past life. And you see that right there? You could have even had a child with them. And I do feel like this person died before you did. We have the King of Pentacles coming up in reverse. Whenever I'm doing these kind of readings, the reverse energy is the energy that passed away first. Spirit has already showed me that before. So with that being said, this particular energy, him passing away, caused you a lot of stress and a lot of anxiety. Okay? A lot of sleepless nights. It's almost, Spirit is showing me to relate to what you felt when he passed away. How, when I was raised with my great-grandmother, my great-grandfather had passed away first, and she mourned and she cried and she drank every single day. So you were in a state of mourning. Pinky Lee says, I know. You were in a deep state of mourning. And I feel like it caused some, I'm hearing heart palpitations. Like I'm hearing, like it may have caused you to have like a heart problem. And even in this life, you may have had like a murmur or something where your heart may have felt just a little heavy at times for no apparent reason. Or your heart, I'm hearing not tachycardia, what is it? Where your heart may be off beat is what I'm seeing in my mind's eye. But this particular energy is pretty much what you were left with because of so much anxiety, you pretty much, you see how she just closed her eyes and she's just, look at those knives right there. And I do feel like it was hard for you to start over, is what it's showing me here, without him. Okay. So that's an issue that could be affecting you in this life. So what you want to do is, in your soul contract, you have to, oh my God, I can't even make it up. You have to find the energy to cut that cord. The Queen of Swords comes in and she cuts things out. So you have to find out, and you guys, when I say find out the energy, if you're not getting in touch with a person who does a past life reading for you or a soul contract reading for you, you need to find out how it's going to be. Because now that's the thing that I wanted to do, but I feel like that's going to make the video longer to see what some solutions are. But I don't like to leave you guys hanging like that. So let's see. Okay. So because what will happen, I'm saying, if you don't fulfill this part of the soul contract where you learn how to cut that particular energy out and disconnect from that, you would attract that in this life, or you would almost end up being a person that's alone without being able to open up to that love. And I do feel like Spirit sends messages to you. They have been sending a lot of messages to you, and they've put you in a position, especially financially, where you can recently, I feel, because I kept saying this in another reading too, that you had fortune coming in, as far as I think when I did the personal reading for you that I did for you for moderating, I said we were looking at like an inheritance type of situation. So you are also being given this insight and messages downloaded, because in the past life you went through so much. Okay. So in your soul contract, though, I do feel like one of the clauses, so to say, yeah, one of the clauses would be to learn how to get over the despair from the past. Okay. And you have the Queen of Swords here, which cuts things out. And you have the Two of Swords, and she has the blindfolds over her eye. So you also need to learn how to use your intuition to work through this, because she doesn't have her physical eyes open. She has her physical eyes closed, but she's swinging swords. I mean, can y'all imagine somebody walking up on you? In Harrison, so true. Can you imagine somebody walking up on you with two swords with their eyes closed? What are you even aiming at? What are you cutting through? But for you, this is in your past life, and the soul contracts in the past lives overlap just a little bit, but it's what you came back in this life to correct, or to figure out, or what lesson you needed to learn, because it's meant for you to be. This is the Star card, which is so dope. So it's meant for you to be balanced and successful and living lavish, and palm trees and flowers in the background, just living a good life. But this is what's going on right now. So now that you're aware of that energy that's kind of, looming overhead in your soul contract, you can start working to correct that. Do I want to do an outcome card? I do. I want to do an outcome card, but what deck? Ooh. I'm going to use this deck. Okay, so to work on those aspects of your soul contract, the outcome is the Mirror Guardian, which says take time to reflect. So this is like looking in the mirror of your soul to see what exactly is in your contract. What do you need to work on? Once you do that, I feel like you'll become healed. You'll become more reflective, almost like how she has those wings, and how they talk about how an angel gets their wings. They get their wings when they evolve, when they go through things. And then look at this on the bottom, seer, see beyond the current situation. Again, eyes closed and intuition on. Okay. And you are the seer. You said that in the last live when I was using that deck, the seer tarot deck. You said that. You said, I'm a seer. And look at that. Look at that crystal ball. This is beautiful. Like, to me, this is my logo, Gypsy Lynn, well, my email, I'm sorry, Gypsy Lynn Tarot at Gmail. When I see myself, this is how I see myself. And I haven't even seen this in the deck before. I did see the warrior goddess when I was doing a reading the other day for someone. But listen, look at this. You close your eyes and open your intuition and you work on that soul contract, because it's going to take you to the next level. Okay. All right. Yes, I see it all. Yes, I love it. I love it. And with that kind of gift of sight, what we have to be cognizant of is stepping on our own toes, because I get in my own way all the time, because I see things spiritually. And when it comes to being a human, people call me, where it's so cool. Am I not a blonde? Okay. People call me a blonde. Like, I don't get it sometimes from a human perspective. Because I'm too busy in my spirit. So for you, Pinky Lee, you're going to have to find that balance. Let me close my curtains, because these folk out here looking in my house, you're going to have to find that balance, how to crank up that intuition that you have and use it, use it to your advantage. Thank you, Trisha, for reposting the list. Use it to your advantage, to cut those ties from past lives and get that soul contract. So cool. She's telling y'all. She says you're always in your spirit. That is a polite way of saying, yes, you're blonde. Okay. You are blonde. You're blonde. I feel like it's called minding your business. So that is so true, because I could care less. Y'all just don't know. Y'all will have to really get to know me offline. I really don't care about most things. And I'm not going to say about most people, because I'm a humanitarian, but I mind my business. I'm more so concerned about me and mine, and y'all are mine, and I belong to y'all too. We family, but outside of this, room, no, I mind my business. Okay. All right, Esmeralda. I'm gonna have to nickname you Ezzy. Wonderful to see you too. Thank you, beautiful goddess. I love it. Y'all, please don't cross her. Okay. So, but listen, I got y'all backs. Okay. Don't nobody cross y'all, because I got y'all's backs. Okay. June said, yes, I love you. And I love y'all too. And when I do my readings and I talk to y'all, y'all tell me y'all love me. And I say y'all love y'all too, because I do. Because without y'all, I wouldn't be who I am, because spirit would have took me out a long time ago. Y'all, I've been in some situations where I could have been gone. But I know that spirit told me once I start doing what I'm supposed to do, which is this, that I'm good. So I do this because it benefits me to benefit y'all. Okay. Oh, Esmeralda, I'm sorry. Yeah, it went down. I put my desktop in here. I'm usually on my laptop on Wi-Fi, so now I'm hardwired in. I brought my entire computer in here. Okay. All right. Okay, Pinky. So that was good. I love it. It's very hopefully it's helpful. Okay, Trisha, and let's see. Trisha said, I bug you to death. You don't bug me. You just text me all the time, and I love it. But you're not the only one. Everybody that I do personal readings for does that. So I tell you to. I tell everybody to. That's why I put my phone number on here. And so cool to tell y'all, I do readings all the time. I do a reading for a whole year if you want, and she'll tell you, come back and look at it and see where is the lie. Okay, spirit don't lie. So I do this for y'all, and I love it. Okay. Oh, we definitely love and appreciate you. Thank you, Kyla. And I love and appreciate y'all too. Okay, and Black God said, "I love you greatly, appreciate what you do." Oh, y'all, look, y'all, don't make me get all soft. I'm trying to do these readings for y'all. Okay, and Christy V said, "Yes, indeed." Okay, truth. Yes, so cool. I'm telling y'all for real. Like, if I don't like a situation or an energy, I will not entertain it. Period. Okay. All right, Trisha, let's see what we got for you today, boo. Okay. All right, Trisha. Soul contract. Okay. All right. So you are one aspect of your soul contract. This is crossing a little bit over into past lives, but it's not specifically past lives. Okay. But one aspect of your soul contract is to be a great mother energy. Like, I feel like you mother people, you take people in and you nurture them. You have very mothering energy. And interestingly, and you're coming up as the Queen of Pentacles, okay? And interestingly, I know this about you specifically, and I know your situation. And even on the last live, I talked about how you take this energy on as far as the person that you've been in this long-term relationship with, okay? And you've been nurturing him and just coddling him like a little bitty baby. Like, look at how she's holding this coin. Like, you are literally the mother energy for this person. But I also feel the great mother energy around you, which I did send you your Yemoya pendant, and I only sent that out to one other person, and that's CK Dots. And CK Dots is a child of Yemoya. So you have that energy of the great mother, which has that ocean energy. Like, it's so much love and nurturing and caring, compassion. Even for me, you are like that with me, like very mothering and nurturing towards me. So I know how you are, and that level of compassion was in your soul contract. So I do feel like, look at this, you have the sun. So it's meant for you to be very happy and very fruitful. All of that's Oshun, those sunflowers. So it's meant for you to be Oshun as well as Yemoya, the mothering fertile energies. But beside that, you have the moon, which is like a lot of emotions being stirred up in someone, and the moon can allude to um any kind of energies. So I always tell people, look at how bright you are. I always tell people, when you shine, when there's a light around you, a spiritual energy that is light around you, everything is attracted to the light, and specifically the darkness. Okay. So that is a part of your soul contract, because you shine so bright, and everything in the universe seeks balance. Because you shine so bright, it's almost like I was talking about earlier, the magnet. Soon as you pull a magnet out, if it's strong enough, all kind of things that are polar opposites of it start flying to it. North and north don't meet, south and south don't meet. When you're dealing with magnets, it's gonna also always be the opposite. So you attract a lot of broken people. Yep. Even in friendships, like, this is the three friends, all three of them, but it's in reverse. You attract a lot of broken people. Okay. And people that have darkness around them. My old dude was saying that I walk with life and I walk with death. I work with life and I work with death. I ward off death and I bring on life, because I have saved people's lives spiritually before. I know this to be true. You are preventing certain people from being dead. You have death in the reverse. It's because they walk with you, and because they kind of chew a little bit on your aura, and they've kind of created this little attachment that they're protected. And that may sound crazy, but y'all, people will rock with you. I know this. I'm a spiritualist. People rock with me because when they rock with me, things happen in their lives and things work out for them. People that are broken, are attracted to healers. You're not going to go to the doctor to just be like, hey, what's up? I just wanted to see how you were doing. You're going to the doctor because you're looking at them like, please help me. I need something from you. And energetically, that's what you're projecting, because you are the great mother energy. Okay. And the reason that you've had some things that happen in your life, Trisha, the way that they have, is because of the energy that you carry. Yeah, because even the relationship that you're in, it wasn't meant for you to be married, I don't feel. Look, this is like somebody taking an oath getting married. It's in reverse. Yeah, it was meant for you to have children, which the pages are here. With this particular energy, it's meant for you to have great fortune. That's in your soul contract, so that's good. You want to always see the 10 of Pentacles, okay? But yeah, it's not meant, and then we have the person that you're with coming up in reverse. It was almost like Spirit sent you here to protect this person. So if you're ever wondering, like, why am I here? Why have I been here for so long? Why am I not moving past this situation? That's the only reason why. Is because you made an agreement as a soul to do this, to be this way. Okay? All right. Pinky Lee says, so true, preach. Yeah, so hey, Justy said, you told me that in our personal reading. Okay. I don't even know who you are, but hello. Hey, Justy. Okay. And yes, it's very true. Whenever I do readings, even though most people get a 30-minute reading with me, some of you do get the full hour reading. But most of the time in 30 minutes, I could tell you what's going on with you, if you have any health issues, what Spirit is saying. Of course, everybody's concerned about love, career, and things like that. But what's in a past life, what ancestors are around you, it just comes out, because that's how energy works. Okay. So this is in your soul contract, Trisha. So let's see what you would need to work on, though. And it's not necessarily what you need to work on. It's acknowledging that part of the contract. You fulfilled it, though. You have fulfilled it. You've been a doctor to this person. You've been the healer, and you're going to be rewarded for that. You have gift, okay? And you've been faithful. Ashe. So, yeah, friends, all the people that you've been dealing with, even your child here. And even this has the Oshun energy with the peacock. So I do feel like you've been, doing that. And when it says melancholy here, which y'all probably can't see that word, but that's how you feel when you take on energy. So what you're going to have to start doing is grounding yourself, like the Queen of Pentacles that I saw, and connecting with earth, putting your feet barefoot in the ground, going to, I know you're in, are you near the lake? You need to go and let that energy go back to the earth. Yes, your ancestors are still helping you. But like I said a little bit ago, I can't use my energy when I'm doing energy work for somebody else. I can use my energy for myself, but for other people, you need to pull on the universal energy, okay? And you have the gift of sight as well, okay? Your outcome would be, see, this is you. You're the peacekeeper, okay? Yeah, your outcome would be peaceful, okay? Because right here we have the broken arrow. So again, this is somebody that is going within. Even if you're broken yourself, even if you're not whole yourself, you're still healing other people. So you're going to have to figure out, and I'll help you work more with your ancestors, but I mean, pretty much that's all it is. It's breaking it all down. Everything that we know to be true. Yes. Lisa said that was helpful to not use your energy to pull in the universe energy, help others. Love it. Yeah. Because what you'll do is you'll drain yourself. You'll drain yourself. I've done it before. One thing I can also recommend to you all too is to look into getting attuned into Reiki healing. Because I used to do manifesting work and it was very powerful and strong. But when I started doing Reiki, it took it to the next level because you're pulling in energy from the universe, from the masters. Takata received downloads, and I've received downloads. I received my own Reiki symbol, Ashe, but Takata's um, downloads are outstanding. You get those in attunements, and you can pull in the energy from nature and from spirit. Because when you do Reiki, if you work with the Reiki energy a certain way, and Picky Lee says she's attuned to Reiki, when you work with that energy a certain way, you don't just go in and do your shokure, 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 seiheki, seiheki, seiheki symbols and your master symbols. You go in and you tell the ancestors, the ascended masters, the great ones that have walked the earth before you, that utilize these sacred symbols and this technology to come into your space, to come into your sacred energy, come into your aura, and to lay hands. When you're laying hands on somebody, they should be right there laying hands on you. You should be able to feel it. When I had one client, and I was doing Reiki at my house before COVID-19, I had one client that came over, and I picked up so much information doing Reiki on her because spirit was in my ear like this, and everything I was asking her about was confirmed. And we did the rest of her sessions long distance due to COVID. But I'm telling you, when you are tuning in, you should be getting downloads and messages out of the frame. Okay? You should be getting them out of the frame. There should be no, question about what's supposed to, be done or what's going to happen. You should be able to get clear visions of what spirit is guiding you to do. But you cannot do that without giving them permission. So call them in before you light a candle. Ancestors, angels, spirit guides, I'm lighting this candle for X, Y, and Z. This is what I need. In return, I will do this, this, and that for you guys. Period, point blank. It's an exchange of energy. And again, everything seeks balance. Okay? And Trisha, don't worry about that. Everybody stabbing you in the back. I've had so many knives in my back. I've had to grow a whole new back. Okay. But guess what, though? If you don't have people hating and stabbing you in the back, then, what are you really doing? You're not going to be the great mother and not have people that are going to backstab you. Everybody is not going to walk in a loving, peaceful energy because we're human. We've all done somebody wrong. So take that as a lesson to keep pushing harder. That's how I look at it. Okay. Because you're going to be blessed more by spirit. Humans going to stab you in the back. That's what they have hands for. But you don't worry about that. You just keep pushing forward. Okay. And y'all are coming in off the frame. I'm loving all of the emojis. Okay. Yes, caramel apple. It's hard for me to do anything because I was brought up in a Christianity and taught anything else was evil. I'm just starting to open up to the other things. Well, it's meant for you to be taught that everything else is evil because no one out here is going to walk up to you that's trying to suppress you and hand you $1 million or hand you the truth. You have to find and seek these things. So, like you said, you were taught that anything else was evil. Well, you were taught that, but when you research and you find out other things, then you do better because you were brought up in Christianity. But where did Christianity come from? Everything that says that is monotheistic is pagan. Okay. So where did you get your concepts from? That's what I question for any religion. or any tradition, what's the root? Or if I can go cross cultures and I can see the same stories with a different spin on it, then to me, I want to go work with the original energy that you pull from. You see what I'm saying? I don't want the what do you call it when we were in college and we was and somebody was steal somebody else's work. Hell, I can't think right now, but I don't want the watered down version or the copy of someone else's story and their traditions. Okay, right. Plagiarism. Thank you, Keandra. I ain't been in school in so long, y'all. For in college, but I read every day, but I forgot what in the world that was called. Plagiarism. Thank you. All right. Yes, the connection is better now, Esma. All right. Yes, it's the same. It is the same. April B. Whew. Yes. And not just American society. I feel like women's energy, the feminine energy is suppressed in all countries from, women having to cover their hair, their face, their this and their that. Not to say that covering your hair isn't, for spiritual reasons, a good thing to do from time to time. But when you got your whole body covered and the only thing I can see is your eyes, but you standing beside a man who got on shorts, biking shorts and a tank top, like I don't understand that, chauvinism. Okay, Pinky Lee, I'm glad Trisha's message was powerful. Yeah, it was the ancestors. Those are her. She has strong ancestors. Okay. All right. Okay, CK Dots is next. Thank you, love. Thank you, Trisha. Yes, it's a lot of stuff that I don't talk about on here, but I feel like we're all on the same, if not a similar frequency, and we all vibrate similarly. We all come from different, from similar star seeds. And yes, I mean, we have to buck the system. I'm not going to just believe what you teach me when the whole time you teaching me, you trying to suppress me. So if you're teaching me something that I vibrate with, then that's true. But a lot of things that we're taught, you actually want to add. Like people say, take it with a grain of salt. You want to add a whole lot of layers to it, and you want to go and research. Okay. All right, and it is time for CK. So we got Yim on Ya in the house. So we do know that. Yes, Lizzie, I agree. All right, so let's see what message we have. Very good vibrations. Very good vibrations. So I do know that you have 2 male children from doing your personal reading. So it is actually, I think it was on the live where I saw your children, but you do have they got Granny on here. Or what was her name? Dorothy's mother. But anyway, they got Granny on here, but she's a page, but they have her on here because the ones are very fiery and that she's very feisty. Pages are children, okay? This one comes up in the reverse. So it was meant for you to have, and you have 2 boys, it's meant for you to have them. I see both of them here. The energy of them both. That strengthened you. I'm seeing that in your reading, that strengthened you. And you actually have a lot of the fiery energy here. But you have the mother energy as well. Same thing that Trisha has. So you're the great mother as well. And again, this is the energy, with the fertility here. You can say this would be interchangeable or Oshun or Yemuya. And we know for sure your crown is Yemuya. So a part of your contract was to learn balancing, to learn how to juggle things and find your balance, because in a past life you may not have been able to do that. So I feel like You have that warrior vibe because it was meant for you to utilize that great mother energy. Like in your soul contract, you probably said, "Give me the boys. I'm gonna rear them. I'm gonna raise them up." That's what I'm hearing Spirit say. Ashe. Now, also, when it comes to living arrangement, you also, believe it or not, mentioned in your soul contract that you would be unsettled for a while with where you live. And I feel like that's because you're supposed to get to a certain point and then you're supposed to settle down. Spirit wants you in a very specific place. Okay. You also have some issues to work out with lovers from past lives, and maybe some of the people that you've been meeting are past life people. Like I feel like a lot of people that I too much sometimes. I feel like a lot of people that you that I do readings for are dealing with or have dealt with people that are past lives. And it's like those cycles are wrapping up so quick and rapidly now. Interestingly, I have the Queen of Wands in reverse. So it was meant for you to have to do a lot of work to find out how to walk in your power. This is the Oshun energy. So you came up with the Yemoya, which makes sense. Okay. So we're just going to say this is the Yemoya's energy and this is Oshun's energy right here. But it's in the reverse, which is also indicative of the fact that you are Yemoya versus Oshun. Yemaya is more, nurturing and more compassionate towards others, whereas Oshun usurps that energy for herself and is more focused on creating her own. But I feel like you give a lot to others. And then friendships came up very strong here as well. The balance part of it, like you said, that's something that it's meant for you to learn to work on. I want to point this out because I know your story. This is the Knight of Wands, which is the son that you have that is in his early 20s that I saw when I was doing a reading for you. And this is the card of a disaster in reverse, showing that when he went through that, this is actually the friendship part. I feel like you made a vow to not have a lot of people in your life as far as friends. Okay. And I think maybe we can all do like a Zoom if everybody's down for that, so that everybody can connect, because a lot of people that I do readings for, I had a client earlier today who doesn't have any friends, but she was only 20. And I was like, poor baby, I don't know what that's like to not have people around me supporting me, especially not at an early age like that. So I definitely feel like people hear that vibe. We can definitely do a Zoom or something if you guys want to, so that you guys can connect, outside of me. Because everybody's on their spiritual journey here, right? But I do feel like now with this information that you have, you're going to start a new journey. So you're working on that. I feel like you're phasing out some areas of your contract. Black Goddess Force said, I would love that. Okay. And June said, I really don't either. Black Goddess would love that. So I will create a Zoom, and you guys, I will let you guys know how to connect, because there's no reason why we shouldn't. And then that way it'll just be the real true us in there, because some people on here are just sitting back watching, to see, not really, vibing with our energy, and that's fine. I mean, hey, everything likes the light, but we can definitely do that. People like to critique, not to compliment, celebrate. And that's true, Esma. That's true. But you don't necessarily look to get compliments or get celebrated, especially not from people, but in the spirit realm, and I've been to parties in the spirit world where they've put me on a pedestal. So, and that's one of the things that my older reading said today as well, was um basically that spiritually, that I have an entourage behind me, but that is because I have given to spirit, okay? But now, CK, what I will say, because I feel like they're working, spirit is working with you to get through this contract. And another part of your soul contract is to be a wife and to be married and a reunion. So I do feel like an energy from a past life is going to be the energy that you end up with, which I really like this energy a whole lot. Once you get to a certain point in your life, um, once you get to a certain point in your life, you will, once you get to a certain point in your life, you'll be in a different phase of the contract, because I'm seeing a page turning. So I'm seeing a page turning. I'm hearing for you 4 phases. And where I see that you're at, I'm hearing 4 phases, but I'm seeing like a third of the way through some of the not so favorable part of the contract. And I do see the pages turning. Let's see what some outcomes are. You're going to see things from a higher perspective with the eagle here. And look at that eye right there. What else do we have? Protection. That's definitely Yemoya. And then you have stand your ground here. And I'm y'all saw me shuffle this. Look at who's on the bottom. We have a water guardian. That's Yemoya as well. And it says here, connect with your emotions. So think about that. You have a water guardian, Yemoya. She even has like the whole mermaid scale thing going on. So you need to connect with your own emotions and experience them. And that's when the page turns, okay? Yes, always protected. Yes, I saw that when I did your reading. Okay? So yes, so just take that and know that you are protected. So hopefully that helps you to feel feel better on your journey, okay? Yes, that was a beautiful reading. Especially with knowing that you're at the phase of the contract where things are going to start getting better, okay? And then I'm gonna get you Black Goddess. All right, give me 1 second, guys. I think I'm by myself tonight. Everybody left me. Nobody's in the room with me. Give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right back, okay? I'm gonna grab something and I'll be right back. Oh, do I? Hey, big boy. All righty. I'm back. All right. Okay, Black Goddess. CK said my ears are ringing. Every time I talk to you, it's magical. And actually, Yim on Ya came up very strong for me during the time when my dad died 2 years ago. So she definitely helps you with those emotions. Like, think about how vast the ocean is. I mean, when I think about Yemoya's energy and the way she coddled me when I was grieving when my dad died, I had to take off work 3 months. So cool. If she's still here, she'll tell you I took off work 3 months when my dad died. And I just, I leaned on Yemoya. She helped me. I remember her just carrying me. Same way with Oya, my crown mother. Um, Sometimes I'll just have this image of them just picking me up and just holding me like a baby. And a lot of us who are not really close to our, maternal mothers, we have those spiritual mothers who go hard in the paint for us, who make up for whatever you're lacking. And energetically, she's all around you. She's all around you. All right, I'm trying to let the cards cool off just a little bit, Black Goddess. All right. Interesting segue, because for you, Black Goddess, I'm feeling like when it's talking about the mother and energy, it's coming up in reverse. Okay. And I feel like maybe always feeling like you're trying to find your direction and figure out which way to go is another thing in a soul contract. Like always looking out versus looking right here at what's in front of you. For so that you can find balance as well. Because I feel like your emotions, I'm hearing things elude you. Like maybe some things feel so far out of reach, like you can't grasp them. I feel some legal system too. Like maybe in your past life there was some maybe you worked in like the legal system. I'm seeing like a lot of criminal justice maybe. So there's some justice that you're seeking in your soul contract. Okay. Black Goddess, are you in here? Lissy said legalities, like justice. What am I trying to say? Reformation. Like there's something that you're seeking justice from. Okay. So yeah. Something trying to be balanced, like something that happened. Again, this is the soul contract. It could have been something with a lover, with a friend that was written in your soul contract that you would try to get justice for. Because I'm seeing like there would be like a sense of despair. This here, it's a man that yeah, it says it right here. Okay, so it says enemy, Lord, which in this deck, a Lord is a man. These are some old English cards, okay? And then it had despair. So in the contract, there could be somebody who keeps repeating themselves. They could come as a friend, they could come as a family member. But I feel like, and then here it has lover on the bottom of the deck. There's a level of justice that's written in your soul contract. I'm seeing like actually like an attorney drafting something. Because this is what you're supposed to have, which is the happy family. But I have a couple of things, okay, that are coming to mind. Eckhart Tolle's book, The Power of Now. Maybe that'll be a good book for you to read. I have the book, but I'll be honest, I didn't really get through the whole thing. But I'm saying that because of what's in your soul contract, there's this situation where, yes, I did some court case for a couple of people. It was very successful. Okay. That's why I'm seeing legalities, because I'm almost seeing an attorney. I need to eat something, y'all. That's what's wrong with me, because I'm not seeing like I usually do. And that's probably because, again, I'm all up in my spirit, like So Cool said. I don't even think I've eaten anything much today. It's the audio on YouTube. Okay, so that's what I'm saying, is that you made a soul agreement to act as the person who balances the scales, who creates justice. Okay. Yeah, I'm about to take a break. I'm about to grab something. So for you, um, yeah, you need to so seek balance by balancing out what's in the contract as far as legalities. Yep, Mother Earth. I knew it. Okay, so you need to feel grounded and comfortable as well. Staying connected with Mother Earth. Track down your fears and desires. Hunter. Not so much hunter, but balancer. Like if things are unjust, and you have the Earth Guardian here too, which says stay rooted and grounded. Okay. So if things are not just, almost like Erin Brockovich, how she was like this, she did philanthropy, humanitarian kind of work. Yeah, so cool. Say you need a snack. Yeah, I do. Because I don't even know what I'm saying. But y'all know what I'm saying. Let me grab a snack, okay? And then I'll finish. I'll let you know what else I'm saying. Hold on 1 second, guys. All right, y'all. Caramel Apple, did you get kicked off the list? Oh, Lord. What is going on? Okay. Okay. All right, y'all. So I did bring a little snack with me and I ate a banana. All right. Thank you guys for the cash apps. I totally appreciate it. And I want to light a candle before I get back on the readings. Thank you guys for the thumbs up. Yes, like Trisha says, click like. Okay. All right, there we go. That's the lighting I was looking for earlier. All right, give me 1 second, guys. I'm gonna. All right. Thought I had a set of matches in here. Oh, I do. I got so much stuff in here. I need to organize and clean this room. All right. All right, you guys. I'm lighting this candle for everybody in the room. We're pulling down some energy for Oshun, the Orisha Oshun. So we have a naked woman apparently, and that's of course representative of the fertility aspect. We have an issue here, a calabash, and we have some other Ifa essential tools. On the back, we have a peacock and a mirror. Definitely Oshun tools, okay? And this can be a horsetail whip too. One of the traditional Ifa tools. So I do blow the energy off of my candle from the manufacturing of it, processing and being handled anywhere. You can take a tool. I usually use my altar tools, but I do put some kind of sacred symbol at the top. Star David's what I'm going with tonight. To give energy to Oshun. Because one of the Pataki talks about Oshun being left out because they didn't think love was important. and everything went downhill. So it is important to love. Usually I would cut that, but it'll burn off when it's long like that, and just let it burn off. Okay. To the great Mother Oshun, I like this candle for all of you. Again, to the great Mother Oshun, from me and from the room. Ashe. I don't know, but I can see it though. I can see it, Trisha. All right. So I'll leave that there. All right. Ashe. Yeah, I do. I feel better. I'm just, I don't know. I always do it to myself. I'm just not big on eating a lot these days. Most days. But I definitely wanted to bring some Oshun energy in the room because we all need that loving, compassionate energy, especially us queens who have, issues with abandonment that stem from taking care of other people and not having it put back into us. And also, just giving so much of ourselves. So I definitely wanted to light that candle so everybody can get some of the energy of Oshun's vibration, okay? And you're welcome, Trisha. Thank you again for my list. It's Connor's turn now. Oh, Black Goddess. Okay. I thought I was doing Black Goddess before I left. Okay. All right. So these cards that I showed, the last cards, those were the completed parts of it. So we had the Mother Earth energy, I thought. Yeah. And then the Hunter, which is track down your fears and desires. So basically, that's saying that you need to actually find out what your fears are. Again, this goes back to the journaling I was telling you guys about. Write down what you fear, write down what you desire, because the only way you can overcome something is to face it head on, to know what it is, then face it head on, challenge yourself to actually go through the emotions of the situation. And then when you finish and you're on the other side of it, then you can move past it. Just like the stages of grief, how they talk about the 5 stages of grief. Okay. And then stay grounded and stay rooted. So pulling in some earth energy and connecting to earth energy would definitely help you. I fear not being successful. That's a very valid fear. And I think deep down inside, a lot of us have that fear. But you have to also stop and say, what is successful, especially in this day and time? Success is, is going to be different. And it may be reshaped and redefined, especially due to what's going on in the world, with COVID-19 happening. So what does success look like to you right now? Because, to some people, success may be not getting sick from the virus. Success may be, having a roof over their head. So, for me at the beginning of the year, to me, success was, I was the number 5. I worked for a Progressive insurance company. I was in the top, as far as sales. I was number 5 within the entire company. And every contest we had, I would kill it. That was success to me. So when I got paid, I would go out and buy a $1,500 or $2,000 handbag. But now my definition of success has been redefined due to what's going on in the world. Not necessarily because of my situation, but the empathy that I have for mankind. So, I would feel, um, a lot of different emotions to go out, for example, and to do something like that when I think of some people who can't keep their head above water. So now, to me, success feels like, okay, me being able to give back to someone else, to go and say, I can donate money or clothes or food to someone else. That's pretty much how my definition of success looks. That's what it looks like now. So for you, you need to determine what that looks like today. What's today's day? July the 9th, 2020. What does success look like to you? I'm grateful for what I have already and still looking for more. So that's a desire, it sounds like. So you have to be determined, be specific. And I talked about that in my money manifesting video, where one lady said that she won, and she didn't say it like it was true. She won every contest she applied to, all kinds of stuff. And they asked her how she did it, what the secret was, what the key was. And she said that you have to select it, you have to project it, which is into the universe and spirit, and you have to expect it. And then when it comes to you, collect it. So use those tips. Use those tips because you definitely have success with your ability to stay grounded. You have success. So that's just one aspect of your soul contract, I feel. And then I got the justice card right on top. So again, I was feeling the whole legalities, and I kept saying this was the word I was looking for, was justice. It just never would come up in the card for me. Okay, so hopefully that helps you. And I said I wasn't gonna tarry, but y'all know I always do. So because y'all know I would never try to rush out ancestors' messages. All right. I think it's Connor's turn next, right? Coddle me in the Naha. April said, coddle me. All right. Esmeralda said, what a lovely golden candle. Yes, that is for Oshun, and that is exactly who we lit that candle for. Okay, Connor. Soul contract. Oh, April said I need to write a complete sentence. I removed that message. Well, Connor, the thing about it is you definitely have a lot of good karma from past lives. Okay, the Wheel of Fortune is a karma card. It's past life, it's divinity, and it's like a circle. So you have in your soul contract different aspects written to bring you good luck. You're supposed to be fortunate, is what I'm trying to say. A lot of past energy, Egyptian energy. Okay. And Oshun, of course, we lit the candle to her, that peacock, which was on that candle. And so you do have a lot of energy. I'm seeing like maybe past life military. Okay. But I'll get into that in the past life readings. I do feel like, and I was just looking at the justice card when I was doing the other reading. So these scales of justice being balanced and the wheel of fortune together. And both of these are major arcana cards. And look at this. You also have the devil in reverse. So karma was restored. Okay. Again, karma was restored. Justice, scales of justice balance. For any darkness or any dark forces or negative attachments. And the devil in reverse means that you're free from any bondage. So if there's any negative, if there are any negative aspects of your soul contract, you've gone through that. So yeah, I'm looking at this here because the aspects that I see that are that were there, there was some heartbreak, maybe attracting a lot of people who didn't necessarily tell the truth. Okay. And then two, with the death card coming up in reverse, that's saying that anything that tried to attack you, again, the devil, or sabotage you is what I'm hearing. Anything that came up against you, you know what I'm saying? I feel like you overcame it. And it's in your soul contract. There's like this clause I'm saying, yeah, to have good fortune. Yeah. And then the high priestess. So you probably, I feel like in a past life, you probably had some esoteric awareness. Okay. But I do feel like in this life is meant for your money to be good. It's meant for everything. That's crazy. The peacock showed up. Yeah, it is. And I mean, we just lit the candle for Oshun right before I started your reading. I have an altar set up for Oshun. So, excuse me, guys. So, this is confirmation in the physical realm that the work you're doing in the spirit world, and this is the first time that I think I lit a candle on the live. Confirmation. And there's nothing like confirmation. As humans, we like to see confirmation. Even when I was at FedEx and I told I don't want to forget her name. I hate messing up people's names. And she wrote it down for me. Oh, it's my purse. But I told Zuli, I told her that she was supposed to be a star. It was meant for her to do, tarot and things like that. And the whole power went out. Like, that's confirmation. And as human, we seek that. And I could tell y'all some things I've seen spiritually that most of y'all will probably be scared to even hear me talk about. But it's all about confirmation and confirming things. So Ashe to Oshun, okay? Definitely Ashe to Oshun. And again, I was talking about how Oshun is great at divination. Well, if you look at this card, she looks as if she has a lot of secret knowledge under her belt. And then with this crown on top of her head as well. And then the moon represents emotions and femininity and the subtleness. Because you can look at the planets as energies of masculine and feminine. The sun, of course, would be more masculine. It's hot, it's fiery. A lot of people have to shield themselves from it. And, it can be a disaster and burn up things, but it also creates life or gives life, force energy. And the moon is very nurturing and subtle, but very emotional. Okay. The different cycles of the moon. So definitely that's in your soul contract. Now the Empress is coming up in reverse. So this could represent some energies with mother figures or mothering energies. And what I was saying earlier was when a lot of us have issues with our earthly mothers, we do have spiritual energies that protect us and take over, And then you have some Aquarius energy here too, healing energy. Okay. So you definitely definitely have some good aspects of your soul contract. And I feel like for you to get the Wheel of Fortune card first, you're working the energy. Okay. So keep doing what you're doing. You're working the energy. And when it comes to others that may have incarnated with you that are in your family, they may not have the same vibration, not so much. And I'm trying to repair it. Yeah, I had a toxic relationship with my mother. That's because her energy is kind of opposite of yours. And sometimes we do incarnate with energies that we don't necessarily get along with because it's a part of our journey in our contract, okay? Everything that I was just saying, I'm confirming it, and I reshuffled and I got the peacock again and a butterfly. Okay. Yep, and it's all a part of your journey. Okay. Yep. A lot of waiting. So a lot of seeds being sown so that you can reap the benefits. Oh, don't cry. Y'all know I'm already my energy is running low because I haven't properly fed my human body today. So I don't need to be upset, okay? but I mean I can relate, and everybody has their own story. But you know, definitely put your my grandmother told my mother when she passed that if she ever saw a butterfly, that was her letting my mother know she was okay. I'm telling you, and spirit just told me to shuffle it one more time for no real reason because it wasn't to see anything about the soul contract, but definitely message. I saw the card that had the message there, and it had somebody handing someone a message, and it had and then the other card had the peacock, and the next card had the butterfly. So Ashe to your ancestor, because again they're here, and hugs and kisses to you. Okay. So let's see what we have for you in these cards that I love so much. So yeah, you have an air guardian, and I feel like that is the message that you're getting with the butterfly. Because the butterfly is definitely an air totem animal. Okay. And on the bottom, we have travelers. So it says move in a new direction. Okay. So I do feel like it's time for you to realize that what you're doing in the spirit realm is really real. It's really working. It's really taking flight. Like your energy is being is vibrating back to you. What you're putting out is coming back. And you have Oracle. So definitely start preparing yourself to get more downloads because you're working with Oshun. And again, she is excellent at divination. Okay. All right. And hopefully that helps you. You got the Kyla's next. Okay. You got the water guardian as well. So just, drum. Definitely pull down the energy of the Orishas. They love drumming. Okay. Sometimes when I'm asleep, I wake up and I'll hear drums. Okay. All right. And hopefully that helps. Kind of beautiful reading. Everybody's beautiful readings are making me so excited to keep bringing you guys these videos. Okay. Kyla. All right, Kyla. All right, let's see. What do you have in your soul? Okay. All right. So kind of an independent vibe that I'm getting here. You may have written out some things that, you just want us to work on yourself. Anyone else that you kind of dealt with may distract you and take you off path, because, we have the Nine of Pentacles here. This is always my single independent person. And you're welcome, Connor. My single independent person is doing them. And even if you're not necessarily per se want to be this single independent person, it's just somebody who, puts a lot of nurturing into herself. That's one thing I'm saying. And then I'm also saying here that when it comes to the housing situation for you, you may have had a bit of difficulty there. And that could be something that's in your soul contract. Okay. If you're having trouble sleeping, or if you get a lot of downloads at night, that is something that was a part of your soul contract. Okay. Now, as far as the same cards, Justice and the Wheel of Fortune in the upright. So divine intervention. So if something happens to you, or if somebody tries to do you wrong, I feel like there is a situation where the divine steps up and they take over for you. Okay. So you do have a lot of guardians that are working with you and walking with you. They're showing me. Because you've had some, rough patches. That was something that you signed up for. That's what I'm saying right here. Okay. I do see the marriage card coming up. Okay. That sounds like me now. Yeah, so I do feel like good thing is you wrote that in there. Okay. If you feel judged a lot, you may have wrote that in there too, to kind of remind yourself to keep yourself on guard, let's see, why would you write that there? Yeah, to remind yourself to be faithful. Okay. Yep. Look at this. You wrote that in there so that you can remember a part of yourself. Look at that skull on the desk. I never realized that. And look at that hourglass. So you wrote that in there. And look at what he's holding in his hand, that scroll. So you wrote that in there to remind yourself of your journey, especially your spiritual journey, and being faithful. Okay? Because you do have a lot of gifts for you in the spirit world. Okay? Yeah. Messages that you left to yourself. So everything that you go through is something that you left to yourself along the way, so that you could go back and look at. Okay, see how all those little things are written in that book? Yep. It's all, everything is like a movie being reenacted right now, if that makes sense. Like something that you agreed to, and you're going back and you're reading your own story. Okay. So yes, and it said, I told you, you have guardians, and it says here, warrior, be fearless and stand strong. Yes, you have warrior guardians protecting you. Okay. Surround yourself with protective energy, which are those same guardians, and release the old and rest. Now that you've already gone through the situations that you've gone through, I feel like now that you have an awareness, you can see things for what they are, and you can get what you need out of the situation. Okay. For example, if you've gone through something, you can say, okay, now I see why, because I wrote that in my contract. Okay. All right. Okay. Christy V. All righty. Scales of justice being balanced. The same thing. Everybody's getting the same reading now. Like, I don't understand. That's interesting. I got all the same cards and I shuffled. Okay. So, I do have one that's different, and it's kind of like my wounded warrior card. So for you, you may have to learn from going through a rough patch. Like for you, you may have to learn something from going through it. Like, you know how people say I'm from the show me state? Like that may be your thing. You're welcome, Kyla. So that's what I'm saying. Okay. Yeah. And when it comes to turning your back on specific energies, I do feel like that is something that you're going to have to learn to do, to walk away from something. Okay. All right. I don't know why everybody's energy is the same. Okay. Yeah, this is Christy V I'm reading for now. Okay. And I said I wasn't going to be here too long, so I'm not going to be here too long. It's almost 2 hours in. So we will resume at the point that I cut off tomorrow. Okay. So let's see. So Christy, that was you. All right, cool. Yeah, and I don't understand why the energy started being the exact same cards, other than the fact Spirit's telling me to go ahead and end it. But what I do see here for you, Christy, again, I feel like you signed up to go through specific situations and anxiety, stress, or whatever, so that you can learn how to work things out. Like you had to go through things. You are not the type of person that can say, oh, I'm learning from your experience or this person's experience. You had to like feel certain energies yourself so that you can learn a specific lesson. So you have yes, Trisha, if you send me the list, then tomorrow at 8 p.m. I can finish. Yeah, and it says ouch here. You said ouch, Christy. But what is interesting is look at what I got. I have Death, Tower, and the Magician. So I feel like in order for you to make things happen or to manifest or for something, for a change, for you to like really get the picture, I feel like it has to be a tower moment, which is something drastic, not necessarily something like an accident or, like this building on fire. But for you, it has to be something like to light fire under you to get you to really get the message. Okay. And if that is you, then that is a part of your soul contracted agreement. Okay. Now, I do also feel you may be kind of indecisive. And if you are, then that's another thing that you put in your soul contract too. Maybe to take things slow because in a past life, you may have jumped into things really fast. Okay. I'm picking up on like a Casanova type of energy from a past life that you wanted to avoid having in this particular life. That's exactly what they're showing me. Yes. Yeah, I'm picking up a lot of your past life energy here. But we'll say that for the past life reading. Now, I do want to say here that I do feel like whatever energy you carry from a past life, yeah, it says here, I said Casanova, and look at what I got, Lover. Like, I feel like you had this kind of charm about yourself in a past life that you may have had a lot of suitors, a lot of people that you dealt with, okay, in a past life. So in this life, things are trying to be totally different energetically. So you definitely want to keep in mind that when you're getting messages from spirit, that it's reminding you of how you were in a past life, okay? Christy, hopefully you got your pendant that I sent you. Okay. Hello, Beam of Light. Thank you so much. Hopefully you got your pendant that I sent you. Because that is supposed to help with the you haven't? Okay. I don't know what's going on with the mail. It must be moving extremely slow. Beam of Light said, please get some rest tonight. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with all of the packages. Did you track it? I have a purse full of tracking, shipping. Let me see. Yeah, I have a purse full of tracking labels, and I don't know why nothing is delivering on time. Let's see. Okay, but Chrissy, the pendant that I sent you is supposed to help balance. Yeah, all of this stuff is supposed to be delivered. That says it's okay. Yeah, I have no idea why y'all haven't gotten anything yet. But anyway, so that'll be my business tomorrow. Going to the post office. Let me put these on my desk so I can remember. For the second time. But anyway, Christy, yeah, you're welcome. The pendant that I sent you is supposed to be to balance your energy, balance your emotions. And I was just guided by spirit to send you that particular pendant. I do have your information. I'll email you some links on the pendant, but literally everything that I'm seeing in the cards is pretty much what the pendant helps you balance. So let's get some outcomes. Yeah, so, ooh, this is gorgeous. I need to really look at this deck. I've only used it like for 2 readings, and I've had it for several months. Medicine Mother, honor your inner knowing. This is one of the things that the pendant that I sent you does too. It works with your intuition. USPS is going 1 to 2 days slower than the tracking from what I've experienced. Okay, so Trisha and Christy, if y'all hear that, CK got her package right away. A lot of people are getting theirs right away. Keandra says, I have that same deck and I love it. Yeah, I do. I love this deck. And I'm going to get to all of you dolls tomorrow. Beam of Light said, I love this deck. It's so powerful. I don't even know the name of it. I'll let y'all know tomorrow on the live. But yeah, Medicine Mother on the bottom of the deck. You got the Oracle on top. And to me, what I can pull from this Oracle card here is balancing your emotions as well, because this bowl looks like almost like a bowl of steam, like somebody's taking in deep breaths and they're doing like a steam, breath. That's what I'm saying. Like when you meditate and you balance your breath, angels and ancestors. Thank you, Keandra, because I was wondering what the name was, but I had it out. That's why I grabbed it. I had it out in my little tray on the end for when I did the past life reading. I was going to use these if y'all would have said past life, but I still used it anyway. But this is like balancing your breath when you're meditating and focusing. And her jewelry really does stand out to me. So hopefully the pendant helps you. It has Reiki energy infused in it. But Medicine Mother and Oracle combined, okay? And then you have a spirit fox here that says, trust your talents in changing times, okay? Yeah. So I feel like, let's see if there was anything else under Medicine Mother. Father Sky, trusting the unknown. I definitely feel like with the unknown, that's also intuition too. I definitely feel like the pendant, whenever it decides to show up, will be exactly what you need to balance your energy emotionally and to activate parts of your intuition. And also, I feel like you will be divinely guided to go through an awakening at a specific point in time. So just go with it, okay? Go with that. All right, you guys. I'll keep the ocean candle lit for you all. Okay. And I know everybody didn't get read tonight, so let's just get an overall message for the room. Thank you, Trisha. Okay. So this is a message here. Pages are messengers, especially Page of Swords. So we do have a message that anybody that's carrying a heavy burden, lovers in reverse, or that is separated from somebody that they're in love with on a twin flame journey is what I'm hearing. Or anybody that's experiencing any kind of heartache, grief, or pain. Okay. Spirit is coming in to move that and shift that. This Knight of Cups is also an Oshun energy because Oshun brings in emotional healing energy. Okay. And then we do have a lot of past energy. So after we do the live tomorrow, the next live, we need to focus on past lives because definitely a lot of this is my past life card. Okay. All right, y'all. So yeah. So the secrets are going to come out when we finish with the next live. So thank you guys for looking. Thank you, Spirit, for showing up. Thank you, Oshun. Ashe. All right. Good night to you all. Peace, blessings, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Good night. Thank you, Trisha. Good night. All right. You guys are welcome. Good night, loves.